What's up guys, Donnie here. We got some breaking news from Elon Musk, the man himself. He just tweeted, and I quote, "Tesla stock price is too high in my opinion," end quote. Oh, that was on April 30th when the price was $156.38. That's adjusted post split. Right now it's $585. That's 4 times more than what it was back then. Over the past year, Tesla stock has gone up by 780%. So is it overvalued? Yeah, I think it is. So in this video, we're going to talk about why it's overvalued, the history of Tesla stock over the time, and whether we should sell our stock or not. So why has Tesla stock gone up so much over the past several weeks? It's because of the news that they will finally be included in the S&P 500 index. This means that ETFs that follow that index, as well as passive portfolio managers, will have to buy Tesla stock before they are included in the S&P 500. And that's going to be in the middle of December, around December 21st, I believe. This means that ETFs that follow the S&P 500 index, as well as passive portfolio managers, are obligated to buy Tesla stock before the inclusion date. That's well in excess of 120 million shares. Now, because we know that there's going to be so many shares that are going to be bought before the inclusion date, the price is going up because of retail investors like you and I who want to turn a quick profit by selling it right before the inclusion date to the indexers and passive portfolio managers. Now, not all of us are actually doing that. I myself am doing it because I still want to buy it at the price that it was at before the news, and I'm going to be holding it long term. But a lot of people are doing it to sell to the indexers at a high price. But still, why is it considered overvalued? Isn't the stock market just supply and demand and people wanting to buy low and sell high? Well, yeah, but we also have to look at the financials and how a company is doing, right? So in my previous video about Tesla, I mentioned that they are on track to be selling 500,000 vehicles in 2020. Now, if they do hit that target, they will be selling 2.9% of the overall amount of vehicles sold in the year of 2020. And that's a small amount considering they are actually worth more than all of the car manufacturers combined. So why is it overvalued? Well, a lot of people are looking into the future of what Tesla could be. Of course, they're thinking of the autonomous vehicles, their expansion into the home with the HVACs and the power walls and the power solar units and the solar panels, you know, all of that stuff. But remember, that's in the future, right? But we can't predict the future. For all we know, Tesla won't be here in 5 years. Well, in my last video, I did say that Tesla was going to dominate. So why do I think this? I do think that it is overvalued and the price is going to go down. But why do I think this? Well, let's look at the history of Tesla stock. So Tesla investors, short sellers, and speculators have a history of buying the rumor and selling the fact. That is, they buy in anticipation of good news whenever Elon Musk goes on the news or there's a special event in regards to Tesla. And then they sell at the peak so that they can receive a small profit over that short amount of time. Now, this happens in almost every major Tesla news briefing. And if you were to look over the history, the most recent one here would be during Battery Day. So this graph here is Robinhood. The far right side here shows the current price of $584.50. You can see this sharp increase here. This was the news of the stock split, the 5-to-1 stock split, as well as the rumors of the S&P 500 inclusion. And this was back in 3 months ago in August. It ran up a lot from $274.88 post stock split price to $498.32. And then you can see here right after it split, there was a pretty sharp decline down to $330 per stock, and then it started hovering up and down. It went up again because this was right before the news of S&P 500 possibly including them into the list, but they decided not to for whatever reason. And you see here another sharp decline of about $60. And after that, it was kind of hovering up and down for a long time. Tesla stock does have a history of hovering, staying relatively volatile up and down into a pretty straight line here. And then when the actual news of S&P 500 inclusion came out, you see another sharp increase here, almost identical to this one, right? So you can see there's a lot of euphoria right now in the stock market, especially around Tesla. My guess is it's going to continue to rise until the inclusion date of December 21st. Now, the S&P 500 is still deliberating the best way of getting the ETFs and fund managers to buy the stocks. They may split it into two opportunities or one. They call it tranches, and it'll vary. The market will, react differently in regards to each situation. But in general, 120 million shares are going to be bought no matter what happens, right? We have about 3 weeks to find out how the S&P 500 decides to include Tesla stock into there. Remember, if the stock goes up, the weight of Tesla in the S&P 500 will be higher. So if it continues to go up, they will have to buy more stock. So my guess is it will continue to go up, and then right after inclusion, there's going to be a sharp correction for the stock. It may go down several hundred from what I'm guessing. But remember, we're talking about stocks. This is the stock market. There's a reason people call it stonks, because you never know what's going to happen. This particular situation has never happened in S&P 500 history. They've never had to add a single stock that was weighted so high, valued at such a high amount as Tesla, which is currently over $500 billion. So they're still scrambling to figure out what to do. We don't really know what's going to happen. There's some people believe that Tesla may release more shares and dilute the control over their company, or just to raise the more capital for the company during that time. But I don't think that they're actually going to do that, because they just recently sold shares to raise $5 billion. And Elon Musk also recently tweeted that it's very hard to spend money without being wasteful. So that he's trying to spend money in order to grow the company in a non-wasteful way. So I don't think they're actually going to do that. So let's go over the facts and work our way out from there. What we do know is that ETFs and portfolio managers will be buying the stock, at least 120 billion worth of stock in the middle of December. We also know that the stock market almost always goes up long term. Pretty much, it's guaranteed it's going to go up long term. That's just the nature of the stock market. So from there, what is my opinion is Tesla will be ruling the world. So unlike before, all the indicators of growth for Tesla is good. Tesla is no longer facing bankruptcy. They are ramping up production. The gigafactories and the battery factories are being erected as we speak at record speed. The China gigafactory is churning cars left and right, sending them out to Europe and keeping them in country. Sales are going exponential. So what do I think is going to happen? What should we do? Well, like I said, I think there will be a correction afterwards. But until then, I'm going to be trickling into Tesla stock. I'm going to keep buying Tesla stock, maybe not in big batches, but just trickling in, because you never know. For all we know, it's going to continue going up even after S&P inclusion, not even in the short run, right? But if there is a correction and there's a bloodbath, you can bet your that I'm going to dive in there. Quick reminder that I am not a financial advisor and I am not giving you specific advice. I am just a guy on YouTube giving my opinion. If you found this video helpful and entertaining, I would appreciate a like and subscribe. It will help me very much. Also share the video to someone who you think will enjoy this or find this information helpful. It'll also help the channel very much. Don't forget to check down the links below. Robinhood, get 1 free stock when you sign up. WeBull, get 4 free stocks worth up to $1,600 when you deposit $100 or more. And M1 Finance will give you $10 credit when you deposit $100 or more. Thank you so much, and we will see you at the next video. Bye-bye.